Gender equity. Gender refers to use attitude and behaviors assessed via associative and appropriate ways of being of woman or a man. Parity. Gender parity refers to the same proportions of girls and boys entering and completing education. Achieving gender parity as a way to respect the rights of girls is not enough. Equality and equity are two words associated with creating people, the same sort of people, having equal access to resources and opportunities. Educational equality. Equality means universal access to quality education. Equity refers to the right to receive an education that meets people's basic needs. Gender equality and gender equity in education. Gender equity from the education perspective is one of the fundamental conditions to warrant in the integration of different population sectors that will other be vulnerable to receive an office and quality education. Causes of gender discrimination in education. Gender discrimination in education also occurs on within the educational system and affects women in particular, but also men. Being also relates to other variables such as any religions, social or sexual orientation. The process of gender equity construction. The concept of construction of equity, equality, and gender justice in the elaboration of the gender theory and place in its perspective the specific on the needs, social function, responsibility, and aspiration that biological development and health. Biological development. Biological development includes stages that start when the baby is still in the womb. In fact, different essential prenatal stages take place when the baby body is forming. The infant stage is also a time of circle womb development. An important milestone continues as a person grows, even into adult. Biological development. Prenatal development is a period remake, check the health, set the state form. Further psychology development, the brain development during the prenatal period, pudding will continue to the trunk, more change during the early years of children. Brain development before. Here, the development of neurons involves the activation of genes and the simulation of synaptic connection between nerve cells. This process is often referred to as the brain and school process. Growth and development stage in infants and children. For the study and monitor of growth and development in a child, it can be divided in 4 stages: infants, preschool years, school years, and adolescence. The biology of child development and learning. The natural of child learning depends only on the biology and social interest of her parents, but also to smell they receive from the environment and all them to accept knowledge. Properly stimulation, the child will allow him to adopt simplified vocabulary and performance effective actions. How health affects a child's and adolescent schools. Health can determine education outcomes and school success in children and adolescents. Health problems such as sleep problems, anxiety and depression, desires of obsessive negative affect the academic progress of children and adolescents.